Hey guys, it's Pros again and welcome back to my channel. So I got so much good feedback from my video about being an international student athlete, the process and everything. So I decided to do a 7 things I hated about being a student athlete and an international student athlete at that. Some of these relate to just athletes, but some of them relate to international student athletes. So I hope you guys can, my athletes I'm speaking to you, I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from with these. So the first one is that study hall. Oh my god, we had mandatory study hall for the first year of being in school, or the first semester of being in school, or if you're a transfer student you had study hall. For me, I hated study hall because I study at night, like midnight, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and them times the study hall doesn't close. So I would have to go to study hall throughout the week, like in the daytime, and I'm not productive in the day. So like I had to go at, you know, I didn't like study hall just because of that fact. However, shout out to the free printing, shout out to or academic athletic advisors, love you guys so much, but I didn't like study hall. That was the first thing I hated about being a student athlete, is having to go to study hall. Now the second thing, a lot of us might have mastered this at the end of it, and this is kind of a good thing because now I'm good with time management, but I really hated to try to find that balance between school, track, my job that I had at the time, and my social life. Like, I'm telling you, sometimes I really wanted to go somewhere, and when the time comes, I'm so tired, like I'm just like, yo, I can't do it, or I have homework, or like I had to make that balance. Like, you know, some days I had to call off from work because I had homework to do, or I was so tired from practices, and some days like it was just all over the place. But I really hated having to try to find that balance because there were so many things going on, and not to mention that I was going through a lot of medical stuff. So like I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm just overwhelmed right now. So that's the second thing that I did not like, was trying to find that balance between everything. So the third thing that I did not like about being a student athlete is injuries. Let me tell you something, injuries can make or break you. I am telling you, like, injuries is something, oh my god, like guys, my knee, my back, my hip, my groin, my hand, oh my goodness, being a thrower and having all these injuries was not cute at all. Oh my goodness, I had like a big old knot on my traps. Let's talk about knots right now, guys. Have you ever experienced having knots all over your body? Ice baths, oh my god. Like, injuries were, it was something else because it took you out of your regular routine, because now you'd have to go get rehab, oh my goodness, from like your trainers and stuff. Shout out to Chris and Janelle, because I love you guys. But like, and if you're like me, where you were walking everywhere and you had to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to get rehab treatment, and they never have class till 10 o'clock, did not like injuries at all, didn't like it. So the next thing is that I did not like that we didn't have any days off. During off season, we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday sometimes for us. And it was when you get the day off, which is a Wednesday. Normally we get a day off on Wednesday for the throwers, and Wednesday is still active rest, like when I'm supposed to just sit down and not do anything. So like I didn't like the fact that we didn't get any days off. My body was exhausted. Like I don't even know, like I would have to call off sometimes and be like, coach, look, I can't today, and she like, you know, push through. But I didn't like the fact that we really never had, there's nothing as such as days off. And for me as a thrower, when you're outside of the throwing ring, you still have to think about technique. So for me, I really didn't have any days off, because I would just go home and just like swarm myself with like hammer videos, shot put videos, discus videos, when I used to do those too, coming out of them no more. But like it was so much, like there's nothing called days off, because if you have a physical day off, mentally you're looking at technique, thinking about technique. So I didn't like the fact that at no point in time I felt like I was just chilling, just cool, you know what I'm saying? So the next one is that, and I know everybody can relate to this one, the bus rides to go to the track meet. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, like those bus rides I dreaded. Listen to me, when you come from an island where you drive 3 hours and you reach the other end of the island, it's okay. When you come to America and you're trying to switch over to another state and it takes you 5 hours, when you have to go through another state to get back to the same state you're coming from, I talk about New Orleans, guys. 10-hour bus ride, 8-hour bus ride, 12-hour bus ride, 13-hour bus ride. Oh my god, we drove to Florida one time, 16 hours on the bus. Me I tell you no, oh my goodness, those bus rides were something else. And it's not because you're just sitting there, it's like you're cramped up, you're not a space for move. If you want to sleep, you have to lay up on the ground, people sit on beside you. Those bus rides were not cute at all. Like, I never liked them, like, but I mean, we had to do what we had to do, you know, we have to compete. So the next thing that I hated was that the fact that I had to miss a lot of events on campus because I had pre-engagements for track. So a lot of time I had to go to the gym, or we had workouts and I had to miss something. If we're traveling for the weekend, I had to, you know, I'm gone for 3 days. So that's another thing that I really hated, because I feel like I do a lot of poetry and singing and stuff like that, and I had many opportunities to go out there and do what I normally do, but because I had to go to meet and stuff, I had to miss an opportunity. But yeah, like, I didn't like the fact that sometimes we'll miss events like people's birthdays and like probate and like step shows and stuff like that. We had to miss. Now the last thing, all my international students can relate to, student athletes can relate to this. I hated the fact that when it's holiday time and everybody just gone from school. Like, don't get me wrong, I love holidays because it's a break from school, and it's not really a break from track because sometimes it's mandatory for us to stay at school because we have practice. But I don't like the fact holiday breaks for us is a little bit different because everybody going home to their families. Not everybody has the monetary kind to fly to go back to Jamaica to spend time with their families. So a lot of time we're stuck with other people's families, and sometimes it can become awkward. Sometimes misunderstandings can happen. I mean, sometimes you do have good experiences, but a lot of times it was just like, you guys, I can tell you how many times I've spent Christmas by myself, how many times I've spent Thanksgiving by myself, and it's just like, it's just a time where everybody's with their families and you're just like, damn son, like, it's yeah, it's just kind of weird. But anyways guys, those are the 7 things that I hated about being a student athlete. In no way, shape or form I regret my journey of being a student athlete, but these are the 7 things that I hated along the way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.